Biomutant is an open-world adventure with a lot of ambition. It puts a great deal of effort into being charming and unpredictable, and it gives the mutated outsider you control a lot of options to grow in power, personalizing their evolution. Sadly, almost all of its many ideas feel hastily implemented, making it difficult to stay immersed as you journey on.
You turned your back on our world. Meanwhile, the Predator only grew stronger.
Returning home with the weight of the world on its shoulders, your custom-designed furry protagonist has to restore balance by preserving a dying tree and uniting a group of tribes trapped in an endless war. You pick a race, a class, and literally shape the creature to your liking. You may choose to focus on guns or give yourself some extra defense for close encounters. Biomutant also gives you plenty of choice to consider throughout its campaign, like which tribe you'll end up fighting for, and which moral stance you want to focus on to unlock the best skills. A tribe's missions direct you towards some forts on the map as opposed to others, but otherwise, it doesn't feel like they affect much of the overall quest. There are multiple layers of customization. Each time you level up, you get a point to spend on basic stats like health, intellect, and agility. Bio and psi points unlock skills from their own separate trees. There's 7 gear slots, and each piece can have its material enhanced or be modified with specific add-ons. Weapons can be scrapped for parts or built from scratch. There's also a good variety of quirky weapons, whether you choose to fight up close, roll around and fire from a distance, or lean heavily on superpowers. With many ways to equip and improve yourself, most situations can be easily overcome. If you aren't concerned about mixing things up, you can pour all of your resources into enhancing one melee and one ranged weapon and dominate each enemy encounter, most of which involve one large foe surrounded by a gang of smaller targets. You can get playful with how you knock people out, and you're definitely encouraged to partake in frivolous carnage, but a simple approach is often the most efficient. Some of the bigger threats shake up the mechanics, but once you settle into a routine you like among the scattered patrols and mini-bosses, Biomutant's combat can get dull. The map covers a lot of ground across a multitude of different biomes, and even if you just stick to the story, you'll get a bunch of fun tools to help you get around. After a slow opening, the world opens up, and it's easy to track important objectives or just head out into the wilderness to see what's there. Some zones require special gear to navigate, and each pit stop is teeming with loot. It's rewarding to tag a fast travel point or capture a fort and use its new shops. Time of day changes the world in subtle ways, and there are plenty of unusual wonders in store if you wander off the beaten path. There's a warmth and beauty to this world, but also an unfortunate roughness that is disappointing and sometimes jarring. Story scenes feel stiff and distant. There are waves of environmental pop-in amid strange lighting shifts, and the frame rate drops here and there. The camera can be a bit of a struggle as well, getting in the way during cutscenes or conversations, or pushing you out of the shot when you're gliding or using other vehicles. The way story beats play is so rigid and repetitive, you start to tune out the chatter after a while.
There's out of date again. He must have missed something important.
There are performance issues, but nothing slows you down like the narrator. David Shaw Parker delivers an amiable performance as a detached third party that speaks for every NPC you meet. This requires you to hear each line of dialogue twice, first when the NPC mumbles it in animal speak, and a second time when the narrator translates. This already makes each chat twice as long as it needs to be, but several characters repeat themselves or spend several lines of dialogue speculating about things that haven't happened yet.
She says you'll play a bigger role in this than you think. It's written in the stars.
These bits can be skipped, but then the world just becomes that much less interesting. The good news is that there are options to silence the narrator when you're out in the world, and a patch has been issued that specifically addresses his aggressive loquaciousness. But these still can't fix the fact that no matter how you dress up your biomutant, they rarely get to speak or interact with the world in a meaningful way, so others have to do the talking for you, and another person does the talking for them. The presentation overall makes these inhabitants feel detached from the world they live in. Biomutant's faults are especially frustrating because it's so wonderfully weird. The stronger and faster you get, the more you want to explore and conquer. Each new gizmo you discover presents an opportunity to change up your playstyle, and its map holds some genuinely startling surprises. but despite a rich customization system, it's hard to connect to everything the way it's presented. It's a clever and colorful world. It's just not very cohesive.
Yes, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Now, let's take this back to Earth.
Final score, 6.5 out of 10. Easy Allies reviews are made possible by generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to help us make more. Join for just $1 a month to check out Minigame Champions, a new 8-episode contest in which we battle each other in various minigames to see who can take the crown.